Going on, Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo come back at you with another video. And yes, the Atlanta Falcons have lost three straight. Um, Going into New England, had their chances to win the game, but in Atlanta Falcon fashion, they was not able to pull it off. We'll definitely get in that today and give you my opinion, what I think really caused all the things that really just hurt the Atlanta Falcons today and kind of just kind of overlook what the entire season about some of the things that took place today. So we'll definitely get into that. If you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell so you're not dropping another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys are here to talk about. Then please share my video throughout YouTube universe so more people can come here to talk about. That's right, these Atlanta Falcons. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, guys. Um, Definitely want to share my screen with you today, so we can get into that. You can take a look at what's going on here with the Atlanta Falcons. So, as you guys can see, um, looking at the overall stats for today for the Atlanta Falcons team, and they went 200 and 88 total yards to the New England Patriots 331, 217 passing yards to 221, only 71 rushing yards. We'll get into that in just a minute. To their 110 rushing yards. So we kind of controlled the rushing yards on the ground today, which is really good for the Atlanta Falcons. 17 first down to their 23 first downs. Third down efficiency, right? Atlanta Falcons was 1 for 10 on third downs today, and the New England Patriots was 8 for 12 on third down. Fourth down, we was 2 for 3. They didn't even have the tempo of a fourth down because they were so good on third downs. Atlanta Falcons only had a total of 54 plays to the New England 68 plays. We did have 6 sacks today. We had 2 turnovers today, and they won the time possession. So a lot of things that, when we look at this Atlanta Falcon team and wonder how they lost the game, you can just take a look, right? We all know that it's really hard to win in the NFL to start off, right? And then every team is good. Like you can try to sugarcoat it and be like, this team is this bad, this team is no. Like they got professionals on their team as well. And if you don't come out and you play your best football, you can get beat by anybody. Atlanta Falcons already seen that this year already. But in this case, I talked about the margins, and you just look at one particular. I'm just going to go back to the third down efficiency. The fact that Atlanta Falcons went 1 for 10 on third down, and the New England Patriots went 8 for 12 on third down. That's the game. That's it in a nutshell. It's no other way to sugarcoat it. When you're looking at a team that almost 80%, 85% on third down to your 10% on third down, it's no way you should win this game. It shouldn't even been as close. It shouldn't have been 23-24. But the fact that the Atlanta Falcons had so many 3-and-outs, they could not convert on third down. It just tell you that the offensive issues continue to pile up. Right, this is where it is. Right, yes, they look good in spurts. They was able to move the ball. They was able to put points on the board in the red zone. So you look at the red zone, it was completely better today. They pretty much went 3 for 3 in the red zone or 3 for 4 in the red zone. But man, the fact that the Atlanta Falcons could not convert a third down today, it's just the reason they lost the game. It's just that simple. And the fact that they couldn't get off the field on third down, and it wasn't the fact that it wasn't even third and shorts on defense. It was third and longs they was giving up, right? Like they gave up a bomb on a 3rd and 8. Like you can't make it. You can't make this up. It's just so many things when you look at this game, and First of all, I'm gonna go out and say I wasn't surprised. I figured the Atlanta Falcons were gonna lose this game because of the offensive issues that they continue to have, um, and they continue today. It's just the same. You can say they put up 23 points, but this team is underachieving on offense on so many levels. Um, it's just not even close, man. It's so bad, and it's Raheem Morris' fault because he wants to stay with the status quo. He's the reason why this Atlanta Falcons team is going to struggle on offense this whole year, and he's the reason why the Atlanta Falcons going to have a whole new regime in because of this. I mean, it's just that simple. It's no other way to look around it. Um, but looking at this, it's the telltale sign. Bijan Robinson only had 46 rushing yards, and we knew this. We knew this. This team had not gave up a 50-yard rusher all season long, so you shouldn't be surprised by that. Michael Penix had a good scramble. He had 19 rushing yards. He probably could have had more, but he's a passer. He wanted to pass the ball. Tyler Adrian only had 6 yards rushing. So you just put that in perspective. Our two backs being neutralized, you know, to nothing, to nothing. Our two backs have been neutralized to nothing, man. Um, so no running attack, and I came out here. If you can't run the ball, you got to be able to pass it. Well, they went out and passed it. The problem today is third down. 1 for 10 on third down. That's the problem today. It's you can't win when you go 1 for 10 on third down because you keep your defense out. Luckily, our defense played well. Defense had 6 sacks, 2 turnovers in the game. Right? If you go back and I tell you you're going to get 6 sacks on a quarterback, you're going to cause 2 turnovers, and your offense don't cause any turnovers, you're like, okay, we're going to win that game. But then if you go look at one of the key stats in the game on third down on offense, and you go 1 for 10 on third downs, that's the answer. That's the key. That's why the Atlanta Falcons lost this game, right? Also, we have no kicker, so let's talk about that. We have no kicker, right? We've been having kicking issues since last year. And Atlanta Falcons still have not fixed the kicking issue. Only reason we don't know that is because Parker Romo hadn't had a chance to mess up the game here recently until today, right? He hadn't had a chance, so let's just call it what it is. We don't have a kicker, and once again, this is another coaching issue. Another coaching issue. This team is so much better than the 3-5 record that they have right now. So much better. They have so much talent. You've seen it again today. Um, Players just flashing all over the tape. Individual performances, no team performance, individual performances all over the film. If you go back and look at the film, you're gonna see so many guys having so many individual great performances. But when it comes to football, it got to have to be a team game, and as a team, this team is not getting it done. Yes, they got superstars on this team. They got players, Bijan, Drake, you know, Kyle Kyle Pitt still doing well, man. Um, on the defensive side, we seen our two rookies stay up today. First round picks and James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker. Both of those guys had big plays today. Um, Jalen Walker was all over the field. Jesse Bates showed his head today with an interception. Just so many, players on this team that you can see the potential that this team has, but for some reason, they can't put it all together as a group. Right? You see individual performances, but you don't see a team performance. It's just the way it is. So with that being said, guys, you look at the issue that I had, and it was right before the bye. I talked about this. If you go to Bijan and Drake, you start to get too one dimensional, man. And I don't know whose it is. I don't know if it's Michael Penix just not targeting his other players, or it's a coach not calling plays for the other players. I'm not 100% sure, but Drake had 9 receptions for 118 yards today, which is awesome. 3 touchdowns. You love to see it. That's awesome. But then you go to Darnell Mooney, had 1 reception. And see, this the issue with this offense. The issue with this offense is that you can't continue to feed one player. You got other players on this team. Like I said, I don't know if it's a young quarterback starting to just go to his key guy, or it's the coordinator not calling a good enough game to spread the ball around. You have to wonder. You have to wonder. That's what, like I said, if you're going to your first read, and if your first read always Drake, I mean, the guy had 9 receptions with 118 yards. He was electric. He was. He really was electric. Bijan Robinson, 8 receptions for 50 yards. He did what he had to do in the passing game, right? Um, could not get it going on the ground, but he was able to get it going in the passing game. Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions, 38 yards. He made a spectacular play on a drag route. It was really it was beautiful, the catch he made. Darnell Mooney, 1 reception. 1 reception. This is why the Atlanta Falcons is not hitting on all cylinders, because you should see more distribution spread around the field with your quarterback. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. I'm not sure if it's the quarterback, or is it the offensive coordinator. Any count, it just seemed like when we're looking at this offense, it seemed like it's so difficult to make plays in this offense. It's like it's if they're gonna get it done this time, they're gonna get it done this time. The last couple of years before, Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix got here, and we had Des Bridder and Marcus Mariota, you was hoping you just don't see a turnover. That was you was hoping. I just don't want to see a turnover. Now you want, like, I just want to see a conversion, like complete a play, man. Like, get the call right and let's get something done. Like, man, it's so frustrating. It really is, because team has the potential, and they underachieving, man. They're underachieving because it's coaching. Underachieving. Three Dirty says every team is making Zach beat them in the air, which wouldn't work when the identity as a running team. That's what they're gonna do. It's up to the offensive coordinator to figure it out, man. Yes, they're gonna stop Bijan. They're gonna stop Tyler. That's what their goal is. That's what they get paid to do. To stop what the Atlanta Falcons like to do best, right? And the factor in, we had 2 injuries on the offensive line today. Both our guards, our right guard and our left guard, Christian Lindstrom and Matthew Bergeron, both went out the game. So we're definitely going to hold our breath on that and see what that injury report looks like coming up this next coming week, and see if those guys going to be able to go. Early report saying that Christian Lindstrom had a foot issue. Not 100% sure what the issue with Matthew Bergeron was, but that's a big blow. We already couldn't run the ball. We have to sub in 2 more offensive linemen. That's going to be bad. That's not going to go well for this Atlanta Falcons team. I'm just saying that right now. But man, it's just disappointing. AJ Terrell, 8 tackles. Carolina, 5 tackles. It's just disappointing, guys. Just straight up disappointing. Parker Romo missed extra point. I'm lost for words. I have, and this is usually why I wait a day to come on here and talk about this, because at this point I don't have nothing to say. Disappointing, guys. This is just disappointing. So, guys, let me know what you think about this loss. That's quick reaction to what we've seen today from Atlanta Falcons team. Offensive issues continue to be the issue. Um, no third down, no getting nothing done on third down. 1 for 10 on third down, and we could not get out the field on third down on the defensive side of the ball. Right? We had another dumb timeout call. The opposing team get a penalty, and then we have to take a timeout because we can't get the play in time to hike the ball. Right? It's just one thing after another, man. One thing after another. Missed field goal. We get the center to snap the ball before, while the quarterback is not even ready to snap the ball, right? And then he get a grounding penalty because the defender right in his face, he wasn't even ready for the ball, right? And the young quarterback, if he would have threw it to the left, maybe he could have, they could have consumed it. He was throwing the Bijan, but he had to get rid of the ball so fast, he threw it to the other way. But it was a snap where he wasn't even respecting the ball to come. That took us out. That final drive put us in 3rd and 20. And then I don't know what play call it was that you was throwing the ball to David Seals, who haven't even got a catch, probably 1 or 2 catches all season long. Like, don't make any sense, man. I don't know what the Atlanta Falcons are doing. All I know is that they seem unprepared. They seem like they don't know what's going on. And crunch time in games. That's what it seems like. We keep making critical mistakes, right? And you can, of course, you can blame it on the young quarterback, but you're going to expect those things from a young quarterback, right? But the coaching staff has not put him in great situations to get the job done, and it started to just rear its ugly head over and over and over again, right? I mean, Paul Padone said the season's over. Yes, I said that last week. The season is over, right? I expect the Atlanta Falcons to win 5 more games, though, just to be honest with you. Don't know which 5 they're going to win, but I expect them to win 5, and they go 8-9. That's the Atlanta Falcons is a below average team with this coaching staff. And you just waste the talent that you see. You've seen the talent on the field, man. The individual talent is there. But the Atlanta Falcons is a below average team with this coaching staff. They can't get them over the hump because these guys don't have these guys ready to play. Like, you have to know how they're trying to beat you. You have to know this, right? Even on defense, man, I don't understand. It's 2nd and 12. He's 2nd and 12. You blitz the quarterback. You blitz him. 3rd and 12. You play coverage with JD Bertrand. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand I don't understand their mindset in coaching. You blitz on 2nd and 12, but you don't blitz on 3rd and 12. Like, you give the quarterback time to sit in the pocket and find his receiver. I do not understand your play calling. Like, it don't make no sense, man. Why blitz on 2nd and 12? You're not going to send pressure on 3rd and 12. You're not fooling them. Like, be aggressive. You was aggressive on 2nd down. Be aggressive on 3rd down. It drives me crazy. I don't understand it. What's working, you don't continue. You don't stick with it. Putting pressure on the quarterback was working, and you go away from it on 3rd and 12, 3rd and long, and you give up a pass to the tight end where you got JD Bertrand trying to cover him. Like, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, I don't understand your play calling. And I thought the defense played well. Just the crucial plays, man. The crucial third downs. You got to get out of the field on 3rd down. You can't play good on 1st and 2nd down on defense, and then on 3rd down, you let them get a big. Atlanta Falcons is notorious for giving up 3rd and longs. Ever since I known this team, they're notorious for giving up 3rd and longs. It don't make any sense, man. Like, because like somebody can explain that to me. Why would you pressure on second down and then you don't pressure on third down and you have JD Bertrand in coverage? The guy is lynch meat, man. They're gonna eat him up alive every time he's in coverage. And you play coverage, you play zone on 3rd and 12, you blitz on 2nd and 12. Like, and you got an errant pass. Like, it don't make any sense, man. Like, man, so frustrating. So frustrating because it seemed like I can call this game. You know your strengths. Your strengths is you can't get home with 4. You play better when you put pressure on the quarterback. Just play like that. Just play like that, man. That's your superpower. Why are you going away from what you do well? You don't have your starting linebacker in the game. Your other linebacker is not good in coverage. So why are you going to play coverage and try to rush 4? It don't work. It ain't worked all year. Like, I don't understand it, man. It's like, don't understand, man. Don't understand it. And that last play, New England throw, that was a pick. I know it was within 1 yard, but that was a straight up freaking pick, man. They picked on JD Bertrand again. Straight up pick, man. That's what that was. Paul says, "Do you think the sorry ass coach will be gone tomorrow?" LOL. Wishful thinking. No, ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Got 9 games left, man. But I mean, it's no answer now. It's just compounded because our offensive line we probably down to just 2 starters or 2 original starters on the offensive line. So it's only gonna get worse. OC he's not experienced enough to call a game to help a young quarterback out. And then if I'm telling you, because if one thing you look at Caleb Williams last year, right, and how bad he looked. Look at how good he looked this year when he got a competent play caller in Ben Johnson. That's what you see. You see the competence when you got somebody that know how to call the game, know how to utilize their weapons they got, know how to utilize the young quarterback to put him in good situations. That's what you get. Look at Sean Payton, got Bo Nix. Those guys are 7-2. They know how to put their young quarterback in situations to play well to their strengths, right? And can somebody tell me why the Atlanta Falcons don't throw the ball in the middle of the field? I don't understand why the Atlanta Falcons don't throw the ball in the middle of the field. If that's not Michael Penix's strength, he can't be a freaking NFL quarterback. Then if he can't throw the ball in the middle of the field, and we've seen it a couple of times, but it's not enough, right? Why we don't do more drag routes where your receiver is crossing the field and they playing man to man and the defender is in trail. Why we don't do more of that? I don't understand this offense at all, man. I don't understand why it's on 4th down you always call a play for Drake London. Like, use Drake as a decoy. Like I said, I don't know if it's a quarterback, I don't know if it's the coach, but it just seems to me that we're not doing what we should be doing, and you're not putting the young quarterback in position, right? You have to see growth. If you're not seeing growth, that means he can't do it, or you're not coaching it right, right? And that's what we're not seeing growth from week to week to week. That's what we need to see from this Atlanta Falcons offense. We're not seeing it, right? You got one dimensional. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons run a team, but they're going to stop the run. You have to be able to make winning calls, make winning plays to win games, and we're not seeing that across the board. So this is, and I don't see any don't see any light. Don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to be a party pooper, and I hate to be a party pooper, guys, but I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Don't see it right now because I don't see how this offense get better. I mean, like now we got offensive linemen that going out, right? I don't see the running game getting better. I don't see that. Um, we got it seems like we only got two and a half players on offense. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, sometime Kyle Pitts. We don't have another receiver on the other side, obviously, because he only got one reception. I don't know what's the how they're calling the games. Drake is balling. All props to Drake. He's doing a great job. But you have to spread the ball around, man. You got talented receivers on both sides. If you are you not calling Darnell Mooney as your first read on any plays, I don't know. I'm not understanding what's going on. Like you have to make the defense think. You call an offense, you got to make them wonder what's the next play going to be. Right now, it seems like they all keyed in on what the Atlanta Falcons going to do. Going 1 for 10 on third down is pathetic. It's sad. It's no excuse for that whatsoever. 1 for 10 on third down, 10% on third down, and Atlanta Falcons lost by 1 point. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The Atlanta Falcons went 1 for 10 on third down, but they still was able to just only lose by 1 point because we got a kicker who can't kick, right? If the Atlanta Falcons go 5 for 10 on third downs, we probably win this game going away. Offense is letting the team down. And this is the interesting thing about that statement. That's not what any of us was thinking coming into this season. We all felt like the defense was going to have to play catch up with offense. And it's the total opposite. The offense is letting this team down 100%. Defense played well. They had 6 sacks, 2 turnovers. Yes, I'm upset about they can't get on the field on third down, but even not getting off the field on third down, the offense freaking play complementary football, stay on the field more, get some first downs at least, man. Get some first downs. Put yourself in position. We could not do that today. 1 for 10 on third down. That's pathetic, man. It really is pathetic, man. I don't understand it, man. Paul says, if your average person sees all this, brother, and does try Terry Arthur not use common sense and hire like all these other shitty teams, look at the Panthers. It's called insanity. Yeah, man. Look. I'm gonna tell you like this. The Atlanta Falcons need to get a young, savvy offensive head coach. That's what they need to get. If they do that, they might have a chance to win. Or you get a coach that knows how to hire a offensive-minded coach that can get the job done. I'm just, if you look at the best coaches in the league, look at Andy Reid, you look at Sean Payton, you look at Sean McVay, you look at Ben Johnson, you look at Matt LaFleur, you look at the Carolinas coach. We just talked about him. He's turning Bryce Young. He's starting to figure that thing out, right? You can see it. You can see the coaches and that's having success, right? Unless you get a coach that knows how to find somebody that know how to run the offense for them, like Dan Campbell did last year when he had Ben Johnson, right? We tried it with Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith just like tight ends too much, right? Arthur Smith probably is a smart coach. He's probably too smart for his own good, but his offense is archaic to me. It's all want to run the ball, all the 12 personnel tight end, don't want to push the ball down the field. Man, man, we need an offensive minded coach, man. We really do. Like in Raheem Morris, he screwed this thing up. Zay Ross may be a good coach one day, but not right now. It's he's not ready yet. He don't have enough experience to get the job done, and it shows over and over and over and over again. Right? You can't be on the sideline when you look at the still shots and you like Mike. Darnell was open on that play. Darnell was open on it. He had to be. I got to go back and look at the game film, but you can't tell me Darnell was on Mooney was on open for one target the whole game. Like, come on, man. Like he had my bad. He had two targets the whole game. Darnell Mooney. You have to be able to target your second receiver better than that. He's not a scrub. We seen it last year. He almost had 1,000 yards. He's not a scrub receiver. Like, I don't understand this offense, man. It doesn't make any sense at all. And then Raheem Morris, go get you a veteran kicker, man. Stop doing these journeyman kickers that you taking flyers on. Go find one that's retired that you know you can depend on. Freaking Sean Payton when they got Will Lutz. You know why? Because he trusted him. Because he what he did in New Orleans, right? Man, we had a kicking issue since last year. We still got a kicking issue, and it's in week 9 of the season. All I can say is at this point in time, it's nothing that the Atlanta Falcons can do. Nothing that Atlanta Falcons can do to convince me that this is going to be a long season. Only thing I can say is they need to make changes. They make changes with the coaching staff and do something with his offense. Maybe I can see it turning around. But if they stay status quo and continue to go out there with the same old, week in and week out, we're gonna get the same old outcome. And you see, this is the problem. Like I said, when they say we can't run the ball, well, you're not. Just say this. Every team gonna come in with a game plan to stop your running game. So you should go in every week knowing that now. That should be your mindset. They're gonna try to stop the run. So we got to come up with a game plan to counter that. We need to pass the run. You got to pass the ball to run. You light them up in the air. Like I said, I don't know if Michael Penix ready for that yet. Like I said, if you're going to target Drake London every play, it's probably not going to work. I'm just being honest. If you can't target your guy, and like I said, I love Drake. I want him to get targets, but you got to spread the ball around. You have to have some variety going on in the offense. If you don't, it's going to get stale when the crunch time comes. That's probably why you 1 for 10 on third down, because there's no variety. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. Paul says that's definitely insanity. No excuses. I'm tired of this. Football is over until they win consistently. No, it's over, man. And it's a shame, man, because we got some good players on this team. Got some good players, and it ain't just one sided. It's on both sides of the both sides, offense and defense. Both sides. It's good players, man. You got great young talent. I mean, they look what we saw today. Ruke Roro, Brandon Dorless, James Pierce Jr., Jalen Walker. You've seen him. You've seen that young talent shine today. Zach Harrison ain't even back yet. Billy Bowman's not back yet. So you can see the talent that the Atlanta Falcons is oozing with. If we can get good coaching to go along with this mess, man. Like, it's all about situational football, man. And not like I said, I can play Monday quarterback all day and call like they should have did this, they should have did this. But when I'm saying it during the game, like if you blitz on 2nd and 12 and you get an errant throw at the quarterback, Why not blitz on 3rd and 12? I don't understand why you play coverage in that instance. You just was aggressive. You put pressure on the quarterback. Had to get it out of his hand early. Then you come back the next play and you give him time to find his receiver. It seemed like it's rigged, man. Like, why would you even do that? Can't I just somebody explain that to me? Why would you be aggressive on 2nd down, but then don't be aggressive on 3rd down? That's the money down. That's the down you want to get off the field. But you give him time to throw the ball. Like, I don't understand it, man. He did it in the San Francisco game. That 3rd and 13, he played coverage. Like, I don't understand your defensive call. What are your mindset? Why not be aggressive in those moments? You was aggressive to play before. Like, I don't understand, man. Sometimes one side got to play smart. Since the offense is not going to play smart, like defense, we can't give up anything. Defense played well today. I'm not killing the defense, but I'm just don't understand some of the play calls to get off the field. We got to get off the field on 3rd down. They was 8 for 12 on 3rd down. So the defense played well, but if you look at an 8 for 12 on 3rd down, you're like, well, maybe they didn't play well, right? The team was almost 85%, 80%. No more on 3rd down. That's not good from a defensive standpoint. It's not, man. I'm just venting, guys. I had to come. I love to come out here and talk to you guys and just vent about this game. About this game. But Raheem did it to himself. Did it to himself. So there you have it, guys. Atlanta Falcons lose 23-24 because another one of our kickers cannot make an extra point, right? We don't know how this game turned out. If Parker Romo makes the field goal, tie the game up, it's a totally different game. It really is. We don't know how to turn out. All this stuff I talked about. But at the end of the day, Atlanta Falcons had opportunity to win. They got the ball back with 3 minutes of change left. Unforced errors. Like I said, we had a false start by Jake Matthews, and then we have a intentional grounding because the center snapped the ball before Michael Penix even ready for it, and then he downs it right there. So basically, the Atlanta Falcons shot themselves in the foot because of execution. They call a timeout. When the other team had a penalty, couldn't get the play in their time, so they wasted timeout, which was costly because if they have a chance to stop the clock, during that last drive, maybe we never know, right? Because I always talk about the margins. In the NFL, the margins are they even slimmer than you think because each team can play, each team is good, and if you don't play your best football, you end up having games like this where you feel like you feel like you won the game but you lost the game, and that's where Atlanta Falcons been at least 2 times this year. The Tampa game probably felt like they should have won that game, and then in this Patriots game probably felt like they should have won this game. And the New England Patriots is not that much better than the Falcons, but the New England Patriots on a 6-game winning streak, and Atlanta Falcons on a 3-game losing streak, and it's all about execution, coaching, and all that above. Paul says, "I love your comment, brother. Got to go. I'm depressed. I'll make it. Hey, same to you, man. Yep, same to you. All right, man. So I'm about to take off too. 40 minutes. Like I said, I came here a lot for word, guys, but I talked and vented to you guys for almost 40 minutes. So there you have it. Definitely, if you guys let me know get your your feelings out, emotions out, share your emotions and everything with me. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you think the Atlanta Falcons is going to turn this thing around. We got an early game this next upcoming week in London, right? Atlanta Falcons wake up, the football morning with a loss, and then they'll get the week started because I still believe the Atlanta Falcons are going to lose. Um, these next two games. They already won, lost one. I still think they're gonna lose to the Colts. The Colts lost today, so they're not they're not a machine. See, they're a man. They're a man. They can be beat, right? Um, the old Rocky on 4. You know, throw it in there. See, he's not a man. He's a machine. So the Colts can be beat, right? We've seen it today, but the Atlanta Falcons, I don't think they have what it takes, right? We know Jonathan Taylor gonna come out. He's gonna run it down our throat because that's what they like to do. Um, Daniel Jones, resurgent Daniel Jones, gonna come out probably light the Atlanta Falcons up. So we'll see if they can bounce back. It'd be really good if they could. Um, I would be impressed if they win next weekend, but now we need to figure out the injury situation with the offensive lines. We'll hear more about that this week and see what's going on with those guys. Um, and we need to figure out our kicking situation as well, right? They need to bring in another kicker. They need to get an older kicker, man. Somebody that's dependable. That's what they need to do. If they can't get a dependable kicker, this is sad, right? You have to make extra points, right? You got to make 40-yard, 50-yard field goal. That's what they're going today. It's those should be guarantees. And right now, Atlanta Falcons don't have that guarantee. Good Parker Rumble, and it cost us the game again. And it's starting to be an issue. And then, like I said, that's when if I'm an owner, I'm looking at the coach, I'm looking at GM, like why we can't fix this issue, right? And that should be something. The last thing that the we need to be recognized as a team making an extra point. That's routine, man. It's routine. So there you have it. So guys, there you go. Let me know what you think about the Atlanta Falcons' third loss in a row. Um, and the crazy part about it is it's not it's not quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you can kind of pin like, man, if we had a better quarterback, Michael Penix's not playing like lights out, but he's not playing bad. He's playing like a rookie. And I think he's doing enough to get us wins. Right? I just think you're not putting him in the right positions to be successful. So it's kind of weird when you look at it because losses are only go on two people, right? Goes on the head coach and the quarterback, right? And you look at Michael Penix, he's like 4-6 on his career, but it's like it seems like he's not playing as bad, to have that type of record. So such a mixed bag, man. And until they can figure out, how to get the young quarterback, like when he gets to the point where he could win despite, the plays being called, I think he need to use his legs more, right? Because he's shown, his athletic ability. But that's something you have to ingrain in him because he's such a want to be a pocket passer, and he's scrambling when he needs to. But I think he needs to utilize it more, um, because it'll just create another element to his offense to have defenses worrying about. So that's just something that they probably need to look into. But guys, let me know what you think about this loss that Atlanta Falcons had. We'll definitely get into the Indianapolis Colts coming up this upcoming week. Those guys going and do their thing. This is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.